Hi, my name is Nolan, and this summer I was an intern with Brannan Sand and Gravel. I was a project engineer, and I was involved in two separate projects, Leetsdale Drive and Belleview Avenue. Both these projects were resurfacing projects, along with the removal and replacement of any curb ramps that were out of ADA specification. Throughout the summer, I had many different responsibilities. I was in charge of the scheduling and coordination of work with our subcontractors and keeping track of the quantities of materials placed for each monthly pay estimate. I also had to solve day-to-day issues when problems arose on site. Each day, I was with the state inspectors alongside our subcontractors and Brannan crews, ensuring that all work completed was built according to the plans and specifications. With that, I was developing milling and paving phases to determine the amount of trucks, material, and crews to schedule for each night. Oh, did I forget to mention? About half of both of the projects I was on took place at night. So that was a little bit difficult to get used to at first, but I was able to adapt and eventually enjoyed working at night. Another big part was ensuring that our material hauls were on budget. Finally, I had to complete weekly safety reports, daily superintendent reports, conduct daily safety meetings, and calculated daily yield percentages. So throughout the summer, obviously just by being out in the field, I was able to gain a much better understanding of the construction processes and kind of how everything falls into place. With that, I was able to develop my communication skills by being involved in all the weekly meetings, safety meetings, constantly in communication with all the inspectors. So that was great. Another big portion that I think is going to definitely help me throughout the rest of my career is the scheduling portion and the phasing portion. So obviously, in order to get to point D, you have to complete A, B, and C first, and that's very similar to what we're doing out here. So in order to pave everything back, we have to mill it off first, we have to lower all the utilities, we have to do a bunch of stuff to get the road ready to be paved before we can pave it. And then with that, once the road is paved, we still have a few other steps before the whole project is completed. So that whole phasing was very interesting. And then the general just scheduling of material, trucks, and just getting everything set up so we're ready to go, set up for success basically. And those are some skills that I gained this summer that I definitely think will help me throughout the rest of my career in the construction industry. So when we're on the road, we're always underneath very strict time curfews. So with that, it's very important that we schedule enough work to be productive throughout the day, but not too much where we're going to be off the road late. So it's always, that's another great skill I learned, was kind of finding that balance of productivity, but not going to go over that time limit, because once you get over that time limit, that's when you start to get in trouble with the Colorado Department of Transportation, along with, some potential fines.
Hi, my name is Kelly French. I am a project manager with Brannan Sand and Gravel. I have been with Brannan Sand and Gravel for 5 years now. I was originally a civil engineering grad from CSU. Connor has been my intern for this summer as well as a small portion of last summer. Connor's really helped us out a lot this summer. We were running two different projects concurrently, Leetsdale and Belleview. So one of the things that Connor was able to help us out with was essentially being a second superintendent on site, fully taking over responsibility of several of the different operations that were going on. Connor was in charge of the manhole and utility adjustments portion of the project, making sure that the manhole and utility adjusters had a good plan for the day, as well as when we were doing the milling and paving portions at night. We had a milling crew on one project and a paving crew on the other project, and Connor was moving back and forth with the milling operation, making sure that everything was set up for them. So planning out an entire night's work, from setting up traffic control, ordering trucks, making sure that everybody knows where we're starting and where we're finishing, what the goals are, and then making sure that everything gets cleaned up and striped back before the end of the shift so that we can pick up traffic control in time for the morning rush.
One of my favorite parts of this summer was working with our TCS and devising ways that we can shut down full intersections safely. Right now, we're at the crossroad between Alameda and Leetsdale, and as you can see, it's a very busy intersection. It's always a challenge figuring out how we're going to reroute people safely and get people through, but that was one of the most interesting things I took from this summer.
Working with Brannan throughout the summer has been great. I've enjoyed each and every day while out on the job sites. I would recommend Brannan to anyone who has a desire to learn, is willing to try their hardest each day, and always brings a positive attitude. As you develop your skills, Brannan will reward you with more and more responsibility, which I thought was awesome, especially for an intern position. Both of my supervisors were great to work with. They took my internship very seriously and made sure I achieved my goals. Thank you very much, Kelly and Marty.